What next after RSI crosses above 60? What happens with the price? Let's find out. Welcome to Rishi Quant Research YouTube channel. I'm Rishikesh, and this is the third video from the series of RSI analysis. So today's problem statement is, what next after RSI crosses above 60? So we'll go directly to the screen and try to analyze what happens with the price. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yes, so this is today's problem statement. Just let me get my marker. Okay, so this is today's problem statement. Okay, scope of study, we have to restrict ourselves to the scope of study. We have to restrict the data span, we have to restrict the time frame, and we have to restrict the script. So script under study is Reliance, time frame under study is obviously 1 day, and span of data is last 3 years. Okay, so let's now what we'll do, we'll try to fetch some libraries. Okay, first step is done. Next we will load data and add RSI. Yes, the data is loaded, we have extracted the date also, and we have added the RSI. Next, what we'll do, let me put the the framework of analysis. We'll calculate 3 types of parameters. First one will be next 5-day change, calculate change at the end of 5th day. Okay, so this will be the first parameter. We'll calculate the change at the end of 5th day. Second, maximum favorable excursion. So maximum favorable excursion means in those 5 days what was the maximum bullish movement you have observed. So during those 5 days, maybe the price had gone to 100, and then at the end of 5th day it had come down to 50. So MFE, maximum favorable excursion, would be 100, but the change at the end of 5th will be 50 minus initial. Okay, next, maximum adverse excursion. So this is the negative change. Okay, so today suppose today is the day 0. Next 5 days, in next 5 days from today's close will be the reference point. Today's close will be the baseline. Maximum above today's baseline in next 5 days will be MFE, maximum favorable excursion, and maximum, or you may say yes, maximum from today's baseline below in next 5 days will be the maximum adverse excursion. Okay, that will be a negative. That will be a negative. So let me explain that for you. This is today's close. Price moved from this close to this, and this is how the price is at the end of 5th day. MFE will be this. This will be MFE, maximum favorable excursion, and MAE, maximum adverse excursion, will be this will be MAE, maximum adverse excursion. Okay, so let's go and calculate those parameters. Let's calculate change at the end of 5th day. We have got the change at the end of 5th day. Second, maximum favorable excursion. Let's calculate, and we have got the MFE column, maximum favorable excursion column. Next, MAE, maximum adverse excursion, maximum on the negative side. Okay, see, so this is maximum on the negative side. Okay, so this is MAE, maximum adverse excursion. Okay, next, now the crux of our analysis, that is what happens to the price, after it crosses above 60 in next 5 days. So we'll filter the results where the price has crossed above 60, and we'll filter those results, and we will get 3 parameters to analyze. That is, first one will be change at the end of 5th day, second one will be MFE, maximum favorable excursion, and third will be MAE, maximum adverse excursion. So let's calculate. So these are the results. See this RSI value. Can you see these RSI values? All RSIs are above 60. So it is not just the level where the price RSI is at 60. No, these are such RSI where today's RSI, these RSI is above 60, but the day before RSI was below 60. So these are the crossover days of 60. Okay, crossover days of RSI 60. So we have got the results. Now let's put these results, these 3 parameters, into graphical representation and get their graphical representation. Look at this. So change on 5th day somewhat balanced, but we'll get to know whether it falls on the positive side or negative side when we calculate the mean. MFE, maximum favorable excursion, C, and this is change on the 5th day. It is balanced, pretty much balanced, but MFE and MAE are somewhat decisive, because see, for all these readings, almost most of the candles are green. These candles are red. Downward movement is pretty much low, except these two. We can treat these two as outliers. If we remove these, the mean will be much lower. Okay, so you can see that. So how do we quantify these results? Let's go and see. These are the results. Average of change on 5th day, 0.5%. See, it falls on the positive side. Average of max favorable excursion, 1.54. So 1.54 means this is the average. Sorry, I'm just suffering from some cold. This average is 1.54. Okay, and minus 1.39. Okay, so this will be minus 1.39. Okay, 39. Okay, so from this you get the decisive. MFE and MAE get you the decisive results. What do you understand from this? That means if you trade when RSI crosses above 60, you are likely to get maximum favorable excursion than maximum adverse excursion. That means you are likely to get positive side movement a lot during that day. Maximum movement will be on the positive side. Negative will be there like these two outliers, but we will treat these two as outliers. Okay, so as you can see, we see lot of green but lesser of reds. If you remove these, the reds are very less. Red movement is very less. Okay, do you understand? Just, of course, you can tell me in the comments how you can use these results effectively in trading. Okay, so that's it from my side. I'll see you in the next RSI video, that is fourth one. Okay, good day.